Ram Stadium, second half action coming up. We got a great ball game in this Great Valley Classic. 14 by Shepherd put up on the board, and then right away 13 put up on the board by Ship. A lot of momentum changes. The Ram band playing Hey Jude. A very festive crowd here today, very energetic. This is what we're used to seeing down here at Shepherd. Second half, the ball will be given to Ship. Right away, can you give me a couple play calls out of the offensive playbook?
No. I mean, in this system, I mean, if it was the wing tee, yeah. But
in
now,
the wing tee.
I mean, I have no idea what Shippensburg is going to try to do offensively. Will they go ball control? Will they try to open it up? Will they try to quick strike? They can pretty much do whatever they want, and I tell you what, the sky is the limit with this offense. So I don't know what they're going to do, and I'm going to be very excited to see.
I tell you what, I don't see why it wouldn't be an opportunity to take a look down the field early, right here in the second half. We saw quads to the right for the first time. When is a chance you'll ever call quads to the right for Ship? But we'll see what we'll see what play we even take a look at here in the second half. 5:30 before the half will start. 14-13 in this great game. We'll be back for second half action after these messages.
Football season is here, and Parsons Kia is kicking a winning field goal with these three great vehicles. The Kia Sportage gets 29 miles per gallon and is more fun to drive than other crossovers. The Sedona is fast becoming a leader in the minivan market. Ample power, nimble handling, and generous cargo storage makes it a must-see. And then there's the Sorento. It's no longer just a good value, it's now an excellent pick in the SUV market. Kia, the power to surprise. All Kias come with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Parsons Kia, Winchester.
So you're looking to buy a new car, and you start to ask yourself the important questions. Who, what, where, why? You might be thinking, aren't all dealers the same? And that's where you'd be interested in knowing that Apple Valley Chevy Toyota has been your reputable hometown dealer for over 50 years. With great service, great and great value, giving you the best car buying experience has always been our commitment to you. Plus, our certified automotive technicians get your vehicle serviced right the first time, every time. For all those reasons and more, see why Apple Valley Chevy Toyota is different from the rest.
At Mayu Chevrolet, excellence is not determined by the bottom line. A happy customer is our badge of honor, and we're on a roll. Come and see why Mayu Chevrolet has won the General Motors Mark of Excellence Award 6 years in a row. How? Absolute customer satisfaction. We are so serious about it that our owner will personally take care of you to ensure you walk out smiling.
You can be sure you'll always get your way at Mayu Chevrolet.
Contact your local Geico office to see how much you could save on car insurance.
Many words describe the Ship experience.
My internship with Noah was amazing. I learned a lot, but found that I was well prepared for the job thanks to my classes in the Geography Earth Science department.
Ship, it's like my second home. Through all the activities and organizations, I've met many different people in diverse situations and made great friends.
My semester in Spain made me a more confident and independent person. It made me step out of my comfort zone and step up into leadership.
Begin your own Ship story. Visit us online at ship.edu.
Is your thermostat frozen under 70 degrees every winter? At Sunfire Hearth Patio and Spa, our wood, pellet, or gas stoves will heat your home efficiently while saving you from the winter chill. With hundreds of models to choose from, our professional staff will help you select the stove that's right for you. And our service department can service all your heating needs to keep you warm all season. Now is the time to ask us how to receive up to a $300 tax credit before you find yourself stuck in the cold. Sunfire Hearth Patio and Spa, downtown Martinsburg, or online at sunfirepatio.com.
At McCrae, our family-owned company is celebrating 75 years serving the entire metro area. Take advantage of these hot summer deals from Train and save. It's hard to stop a train. Call McCrae today. Beat the heat and stay cool with McCrae.
Beautiful day of college football. Kenneth J. Boone Field House is located on the left side of our press box. What a beautiful area to see football. These campuses, Shippensburg and Shephard, collectively are two wonderful, wonderful places to send a young student to school. First of all, Great Valley Classic, 6 consecutive losses by Ship. They're trying to change that today. Coach Macheski and his crew have really impressed here in the first half. DeBrat's set to kick. And Fournette, you do everything, back fields it about the 4-yard line and crosses about the 25-yard line where Ship will have the ball. And we've seen so much changes in the first half. Jerome, more importantly, the momentum shifts back and forth, but now Ship has a lot of the momentum, and it's kind of dangerous for Shepherd to let them have the ball here in the second half. They have the ball starting off after this momentum change. Really, I asked you to predict a play, but you said with the open spread offense, it's almost hard to tell.
What do you do? Yeah, I mean, what do you do? I mean, you could have came in and been down 21-7, and now you're 13-14. Your whole offensive system, you open up everything. You don't have to do anything majorly different. You just run your offense.
And a nice play call. But a fumble, and it looks like Shepherd's going to – I tell you what, first of all, I love the play call, but I had to back that up to Fournette. Mike Fournette, who's done just about everything you could think of for the offense here for the Rams. He fumbles the ball, which is not characteristic of him, giving great field position for Shepherd.
You're talking about worst-case scenario to start off after you've been gifted with the turnover and then scoring in the first half, and then you come out the first play of the second half, and then you have a turnover. That just took the momentum, and you just gave it right back to Shepherd, mishandling the ball.
We'll see if Shepherd can answer. Give is to Addison on the left side. Coming up to make the tackles. Rinaldi, the do everything linebacker, and a couple other Rams on the assist.
So, I mean, you think about it. If Shepherd scores a touchdown here, basically they are right where they would have been at the end of the first half, in a way. So they'll get that touchdown back that Ship got. So you have to hold here if you're Ship. You can't give up a touchdown on this drive at all.
Second down and 7. Cooper shotgun formation, lone back. Give is to Addison on the left side, and I tell you what, he's driven back. Look at that play by number 33. We have called his name out today. He is the kind of linebacker that we've seen a characteristic in year after year at Shippensburg.
Yeah, he is. Vinny Ronaldo, he's small at 6 foot 217. Actually, he's a little bigger this year than he was last year. I think he was in the 205, 200 range, and he bulked up a little bit. But regardless if it was last year or this year, he always is around the ball. He's a good tackler. All 3 linebackers, you'll see from the linebacking core, Renato, Fleming, and Johnson, all of them are very solid tacklers. And that's the one thing about Shippensburg linebackers. They rap, they hit, they rap. They're old school solid tacklers.
Cooper back to pass, and a hit. Ball delivered to Neil Hardy. It's incomplete. Coming up to make the play, I thought was Kershaw. Coming at the same time, and Mike Good for Shippensburg.
Yeah, that was just a good, solid, tough football. Kershaw, I'll tell you what, Kershaw is just a good ball player, man. I mean, you're talking about a free safety that really has good range. And what I mean by range is the ability to get from point A to point B swiftly. Be able to read and get to point A to point B swiftly. That's what I mean by range, and he gets there.
4th and 5. The Rams are going for it. Pass is incomplete, and Norelli wanted a pass interference. Great coverage over there on that far side by number 21, Avery Coleman.
Yeah, they've been trying to go, that would be called face guarding, and I think that's what Shepherd wanted, the face guarding, because he never turned around to look for the ball. And sometimes, I know in the NFL that is called automatically, but you know, in college level they don't always call that. I actually thought it was pretty good coverage. I don't think he necessarily made a move to defense while he wasn't turned around, but I guess the refs thought that as well.
Ship gets the hold they want. 2-back set, shotgun formation. Fournette in motion. Zulli pump fakes. He's going to keep it. Running over the right side, coming up to make the play. Number 9 out of Ship, and Leon Kabonga. Yeah, but Kabonga comes up, makes a good play. You know, it was interesting because Shippensburg's been setting up that play for a while. That swing pass to the running back coming out of the backfield, number 24, Mike Fournette. This time they pump faked and was going to try to go downfield, but the pressure was in the face of Zulli. Zulli give to Mayer over the right side. He might pick up about a yard. Coming up to make a really, really great hit for the Shepherd Rams. Looked like it was the defensive back coming up to make a tackle, along with the whole host of front linemen on the play.
But it's a good opportunity there in that spread, quads to the left and one to the right. Receiver-wise, I mean, you're seeing the Ship open it up again.
3rd down and 7, ball spotted on the 39-yard line. Zulli back to pass, pressure up the middle. Intended receiver was Barley. It's incomplete. And Elijah Davis on the coverage there for the Rams. 2 possessions, 2 punts for the Rams. Shepherd will get the ball back. Keon Robertson just waiting for an opportunity to take one back to the house. This kid has not seen a punt come his way. They have kept it. Schmidt has done a really nice job keeping the ball away from Robertson today.
I mean, Shepherd, year in and year out is going to have electrifying return guys. I mean, we had Deontay Steele for years.
Dangerous.
That was probably one of the he was definitely one of the most dangerous return guys. He was an All-American at it. So you know that Shepherd can produce him. So you'll see here, this is going to be a return.
Robinson gets the opportunity. Didn't go down. Going over the left side, across the 30, still on his feet. And brought out of bounds about the 41-yard line. Again, Ship will give Shepherd a good opportunity here with good field position here in the 3rd quarter.
And then that's those return guys. I mean, Shepherd always seemed to produce an electrifying return player, and you have it again. It's just something that they just do. They're going to have it. They're going to have it every time out, and you got to prepare for it. And sometimes you don't want to kick to these guys. You definitely don't.
Mike Good for the Red Raiders came up to make the tackle. 1st down and 10. The ball was spotted somewhere around the 39-yard. Actually, it's spotted on the 19-yard line.
There was a penalty.
There was a penalty. We missed it coming back. There was a hold on the Rams special teams crew. Cooper going to be under center. Single receivers, one right, one left. Addison in the backfield that gives to Addison over the left side. It's going to pick up maybe a yard. So maybe actually 2 yards. I'll tell you what, they come up and they fill gaps and make plays.
That was Cody Fleming, the inside linebacker, comes up and makes a nice stick. And again, this is just some solid football on both sides. I just really like watching both teams go at it. And even Division II as a whole, you turn on the tube and you see any Division II game, you see some hitting going on. I mean, these guys they play at a very high level, and it's just a masterful football to see.
Cooper gives to Addison. Addison, some blockers ahead, making a cutback. Stepping up to make a fine tackle is Renato. And this guy, again, he just strung the play out where he needed to, comes up and makes the play, steps up. He's hard to block.
He is hard to block. He's very, very strong at the point of attack. All three linebackers are for Ship. But again, Addison's able to get the corner, cut back, strong runner. You would think, you look at Addison, he's 220 pounds the way he runs. I mean, if you ever notice, it's very rare he goes backwards for a guy his size. So that lets you know he's strong. He works out in off season. He's in the weight room getting it in.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if he's 180 or 200 pounds.
Tommy Wellen was a fullback blocking for Addison on the left side. It's been all Tommy here in the second half.
I think that's a first down.
And it looks like it's going to move the chains.
So there you go. You see the short yardage ability of Tommy Addison's. His ability to get in there, put his nose in there, and get the first down.
Tommy's going to move the chains for the Shepherd Rams. Up front, that offensive line has done a really nice job for Tommy today.
As well as fullback Tommy Whalen. Also, 6'1", 230-pounder that's up there leading the way.
Up front, McIntyre, Dixon, Spring, Rory, Steven Jackson. We're talking 6'4", 290, 292, 308, 312 up front on that front line for Shepherd. And what an almost great catch by Neil Hardy. It's going to be incomplete. But going back to just a stable unit or a stable man in that offensive line would be that left tackle, Carl McIntyre. We've called his name out many years down here. But you see Cooper rolling back and just really throwing it. Almost looked awkward how he threw it.
That almost was an amazing catch.
Hardy almost pulled it down with one hand.
Almost pulled it in. And you talk about those athletes for the Rams. You have to be able to play them a little tougher. So very interesting setup for the Red Raiders.
Shotgun formation, rolling the right. Cooper's pass incomplete to Norrell. And you just wonder if Nikolai's just thinking, man, oh man, oh man. I just want to get another opportunity to take it. And he's the kind of kid that makes good on it. Freak fumble. He's the kind of kid come back and put one in the house and just forget all about what happened there in that first half.
Definitely. Now you see his third down. I'm wondering, you got third and long. Will the Shippensburg defense go and try to get some pressure on the play right now to go after the quarterback? And you see they're at the line of scrimmage, so they may be coming.
Hardy and Bird to the right. Morelli down the left.
Beautiful.
And it's a beautiful play. Across the 20, the 10, the 5. Touchdown, Larry Lowe. Wow, when you need one. We had twins to the left, twins to the right. Larry Lowe steps up and makes a beautiful catch. Great pass by Cooper. Delivers the ball on the money. And the breakaway speed by the junior. 6'1", 218 from Stafford, Virginia.
And he beat Corey Hunt on the play.
Just beat Hunt right up the seam.
Yeah, Hunt just got beat on the play. Just beautiful pass. Wasn't bad. Definitely was not bad coverage per se, but just a good play.
I tell you what, it was Lowe showed he had great hands.
Oh,
on that
good
play.
hands and then breakaway speed. Lowe just kept going.
Hardy with the hold. DeBratz with the kick. Exactly what Shepherd need here in the second half. DeBratz's kick is up and good. And the Rams take a 21-13 lead, 9:45 to play. Beautiful play. They have twin receivers to the left, twin receivers to the right, down the seam. Low, great catch, breakaway speed, and really just looks back, steps in, touchdown, and go. You know what I would do? I'd probably go kiss that wall.
Contact your local Geico office to see how much you could save on car insurance.
At McRae, our family-owned company is celebrating 75 years serving the entire metro area. Take advantage of these hot summer deals from Train and save. It's hard to stop a train. Call McRae today. Beat the heat and stay cool with McRae.
21-13, Shepherd Rams take the lead. They've won 6 straight. Back to receive, Barley and Fournette. And that last touchdown by Shepherd, Cooper caught the defense in single coverage and a blitz, and it just great call at the right time.
Right, it didn't get there. I mean, and sometimes you either pick it up, but in that situation, it really didn't seem like Ship. There were several players that kind of hesitated. Some of the linebackers hesitated on the blitz, and you see, I mean, guys are coming, but look, they're kind of not sure which gap. When you left, they were in man all the way around. So when you're blitz, you gotta come, and you gotta come full force, and make sure that if you can't get to the quarterback, you make the quarterback alter his pass. And they just didn't do any of it. So that's what happened.
Zulli's give to the right side.
He got stuck.
He got stuck, exactly. No gain. Coming up to make an outstanding, beautiful play for Shepherd was number 55, John Hebner, the senior defensive end, 6'2", 267 from Cumberland, Maryland. Played at Fort Hill High.
I think Corey Washington had something to do with that, too. I mean, that was just a nice stick, man.
He lost 4 on that play. 2nd down, 14. Zulli back to his own 15. Twins to the left. Mayer in motion, making a quad set on the left side. Zulli back to pass. Stepping up in the pocket beautifully. Looking downfield, and he connects. Oh, they say it's no good. No good. I don't know, Jerome. You have to see where his hands got under.
It's hard to see if his hands got under it, but I kind of thought his hands did get under it. But good play. A little bit of happy feet from Zulli on that. He got a little happy feet. Didn't hang in there. He kind of moved, shifted. You'll see the happy feet right now. Guys at his legs, got a little happy feet.
Steps up nice.
You know, he reset, throws. I mean, you know, and I don't know. I thought that was close. That was close. But the officials had a better eye than I did, so maybe they were right.
Trevor Harmon was the intended receiver. Incomplete. 3rd down, 14. Backed up at their own 15. Barley makes a move. There's flags on the play. It won't be enough to pick up the 1st down. Coming up to make the tackle is A.J. Paris, the junior linebacker, 5'9", 220, from Madison Heights, Amherst County.
So is this either holding or is this a rough in the passer? Holding Shippensburg.
Holding on Ship's going to back him up.
See, now what you're starting to see is, you know, I wanted to see how Ship would respond to being down, and they're starting to unravel a little bit. You know, you have a new offense, new coach. You know, this is a big series for them. How are they able to come out after giving up a big play like they did? Can you answer? And they're not able to gain a yard. They went backwards on that series. So, you know, now the defense has to come in and crank up. And Shepherd set up some really good field position because the punting has not been great for Shippensburg.
Shepherd will decline, bringing up the 4th down. Schmidt set to kick. Keon Robinson, the preseason All-American, back to receive.
Another bad punt.
Didn't get anything of it, really.
Oh, wow,
that's
rough.
Man, oh, man, that's going to take a Shepherd bounce up 21-13.
Was that even 20 yards?
No, netted 16 plus.
Yeah, that's rough. You can't do that. You have to have a better punt than that. And now you just gave Shepherd the ball right on the 32-yard line going in. I mean, now there's a penalty flag, so
we'll see what the call is.
Let's see.
That's going to be on the kicking team. Excuse me, that's the receiving team. That'll be on Shepherd. We'll have to see what happens here.
This was a horrible punt. And there's no pressure either. There's no pressure at all. Zach Smith has to do a better job on this punt. Well, there's a little bit, but just...
He had plenty of time to get it off.
Yeah, it wasn't even a 20-yard punt. And even with the penalty, I mean, still great field position for Shepherd.
1st down and 10. Shepherd will have the ball. Cross midfield. Shotgun formation. Addison, single back, fake the give, rolling to right.
Oh,
coming up,
block.
making a beautiful, beautiful block. And look at this. Norelli gets another opportunity.
Wow.
Catch at the 1-yard line. Nikolai Norelli getting a chance to maybe walk in the end zone again if he stays on his feet. But coming up to make a beautiful, beautiful block was number 77, Aaron Daly.
73 with Josh Springs.
73, Josh Springs, the senior offensive
lineman.
Look at
this.
He's 308 pounds. And look at the hit.
Boom.
Bam!
Perfect hit. D-cleater. Head in front, excellent blocking. That's what you get when you get those big uglies coming up, and they're coming in and springing your quarterback to make a brilliant
And we talked
play.
about up front. We talked about the stable unit of Carl McIntyre playing the left stack. These guys are 300 plus, all of them. But how many times do you think you'll ask Coach to watch that play again?
Oh, many. That was beautiful. And I think that's in.
That's a give to touchdown Tommy Addison over the left side. And right now the momentum shift, and the momentum is in favor of the Shepherd Rams. They're going to put another 6 up on the board. And I just don't know how it always works out to do what they do. But first of all, we have Whalen coming up the middle, making a nice block, clearing a hole, and everybody containing their blocks.
And I'll tell you what, Coach Majeski was not happy with that last punt. He went up to the punter, number 19, Nate Smith, and you could tell he had to get in his ear and let him know, you have to do better.
Yeah.
You have to do better. We expect better from you. You can't have a 18, 17-yard punt when we need to we're down. So that was big.
DeBrat's extra point is no good. Hit the left side of the crossbar. 27-13, 7:51 to play in the third quarter. Be back after these messages. Welcome to Ram Stadium. Todd.
Contact your local Geico office to see how much you could save on car insurance.
At McCrae, our family-owned company is celebrating 75 years serving the entire metro area. Take advantage of these hot summer deals from Train and save. It's hard to stop a train. Call McCrae today. Beat the heat and stay cool with McCrae.
Well, it's time for Ship to step up, and I tell you, earlier in the first half, we did see them bounce back pretty well and look like a team, a veteran team, but there are some youth out there. Right now, they're going to be called on some serious duty here in this third quarter with this drive. They've got to make something happen. I tell you, Schmidt just didn't get a hold of his last punt and gave great field position for Shepherd, and when they get great field position here at home, there's just no way to stop them.
Yeah, you basically give them a gift, and you just can't do that. You have to do better, and the punting has been pretty shoddy all game. So this is a big drive. You called it. This is huge for Shippensburg. They have to get some productivity out of this drive.
To give us Fournette and just nowhere to go there with that big defensive line. Coming up to make the stop, number 55, John Hebner, for the Shepherd Rams.
And then you have this experience of this group. Now Ship is going to a no-huddle set, calling the plays at the line of scrimmage again. They did that early, stopped it for a while, now they're back doing it again. So we'll get a chance to see what Ship can do. Right now they seem a little flustered right now. I mean, it's going to be hard to see. They seem uncertain about what's happening on the offense, which was very different at the beginning of the game.
Second down and 11, ball on the 27-yard line. Zulli has to get rid of it. Who's there? His 11th pick of his career. Number 5, Keon Robinson across the 30, still on his feet, coming up to make the tackle as Heights, the tight end. And this guy, you had mentioned, and then we got flags down. We've got just some really rough play over here to the right of the screen.
Yeah, it's right now Shippensburg is unraveling. And you see that youth, the youth all the way around is starting to struggle. I mean, you have the punter, sophomore, Nate Smith. Now you got the sophomore quarterback in Zach Zulli. A little bit uneasy. These guys were freshmen last year, and they're thrown into the fire to be the players that they need to be. And right now it just seems like there's a big unraveling here by the Red Raiders, and now there's an injury too.
There is an actual 15-yarder, unsportsmanlike conduct. Well, actually, it's going to be offsetting. They're going to be offsetting on both sides. We had a skirmish that happened. We have a player down, too. Number 9, it looks like it's Leon's Kabongo, who is a big-time player on that defensive side. Just to show you what happened, Zulli back to pass. He's in the shotgun formation. Rolls out. There's some pressure. He steps up, and he just never comfortable. He looks like he threw off his back foot.
Yeah,
and this guy just has a magnet for. He's a magnet for the ball. Keon Robinson.
Robinson
That's why
was
he's an
just sitting
All-American.
there.
He's sitting there waiting for it.
Robinson was just sitting there waiting, and I think he was the one that was down. Robinson was down after the tackle, but he looked like he's limping a little bit. But yeah, it was interesting how that whole situation happened. It was definitely not a good pass, thrown off the back foot. Didn't have a lot on it, and Robinson's able to come up with the pick.
And that was Keon Robinson that was down on the play, as you just said, the big playmaker on the defense. He got up limping, looked like he was kind of soft on that left ankle. We'll see what that will be and how that will unfold here in this game. 6:57 third quarter, ball spot on the 25-yard line. Cooper back to pass, looking in the end zone, and he has somebody, throws it on the money. Hey, first of all, this being touchdown, number 16, Justin Ford for the Shepherd Rams, a sophomore receiver, 5'9", 170 from Lusby, Maryland. And the ball was put on the money. Plenty of time.
Definitely
Cooper's impressed me today.
Let's think about this third quarter. I mean, we're talking about they come into the third quarter up 14-13, and then they put more points on the board. Now it's 33-13. I mean, that's a lot of points in a short period of time for Shepherd. A lot of points.
With this place kick, it'd be 20 on the board in the second half.
20 on the board in the second half. In the second half, still has 6 minutes and 50 seconds left.
Wow.
So that's a lot of points.
Shepherd has just opened this ball game. They're up 34-13. We'll be back with more action after these messages.
Many words describe the Ship experience.
My internship with Noah was amazing. I learned a lot, but found that I was well prepared for the job thanks to my classes in the Geography Earth Science department.
Ship, it's like my second home. Through all the activities and organizations, I've met many different people in diverse situations and made great friends.
My semester in Spain made me a more confident and independent person. It made me step out of my comfort zone and step up into leadership.
Begin your own Ship story. Visit us online at ship.edu.
Football season is here, and Parsons Kia is kicking a winning field goal with these three great vehicles. The Kia Sportage gets 29 miles per gallon and is more fun to drive than other crossovers. The Sedona is fast becoming a leader in the minivan market. Ample power, nimble handling, and generous cargo storage makes it a must-see. And then there's the Sorrento. It's no longer just a good value, it's now an excellent pick in the SUV market. Kia, the power to surprise. All Kias come with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Parsons Kia, Winchester.
At McCrae, our family-owned company is celebrating 75 years serving the entire metro area. Take advantage of these hot summer deals from Train and save. It's hard to stop a train. Call McCrae today. Beat the heat and stay cool with McCrae.
Fournette back to receive, actually crossing the 25-yard line, down the sideline, making some plays, but coming up and really taking a pop. Actually, unsportsmanlike conduct. And the only reason why I laughed, I'm not laughing at the unsportsmanlike conduct. I just took a look at the Red Raider fans, and they have their own flags.
Yeah.
The band has been pulling the flags out of their pockets. I don't know if you've noticed. They've been calling
collision.
all.
Look at that
the collision was incredible.
Woo.
Coming over to make a really, it was a late hit. Leon Kabonga. When I mean late, he was Fournette was, for all intents and purposes, was out of bounds, but
he was on his way out.
He was on his way out. Okay. And I'll take that. But what made me laugh for just a second is just watching that Red Raider band throw those flags. But they're throwing it on every call, though. Yeah. They want every single call, the band does. And you can't blame him here.
Yeah, Fournette, I don't know if he's all together right now.
Fournette got hit really hard.
They may need to check him out because that was a collision right there.
There's a picture of Nikolai Norell, and early in the first half we talked about his fumble, but he came back and made a nice catch on that last drive.
Another
Zoli,
bad pass.
Bad pass. It's intercepted by number 20, Elijah Davis, down the sideline. Elijah still on his feet, crossing the 20, bouncing out, staying on his feet, cross the 10 to 5. Beautiful touchdown down by the big wall here at Ram Stadium. And that had some characteristics of dangerous Deontay Steele, did it not?
It definitely did, and that's the other corner. I mean, you get, Shepherd has two extremely good corners. Elijah Davis with the pick six, and then Keon Robinson. Both of them are just exceptional, and this was just a badly thrown ball. He had nothing on it, and to me it seems as though he has nothing on his throws anymore.
That little bounce outside is how I used to run I used to run just like that, Jerome, in 8th grade football.
When you were dreaming.
When I played 8th grade football. And DeBratz's kick is blocked. That's his second PK, no good. And I'm just really surprised. I'm just really surprised at what has opened up here. 40 for Shepherd, 13 for Ship, 6:25 in the third quarter. Be back.
At McCrae, our family-owned company is celebrating 75 years serving the entire metro area. Take advantage of these hot summer deals from Train and save. It's hard to stop a train. Call McCrae today. Beat the heat and stay cool with McCrae.
DeBrat set to kick. 40 points put on the board. 26 by Shepherd in the second half, and the game just opened up. We had such a great matchup in the first half. Back to receive is Mayer and Fournette. Upcoming for Shepherd on the schedule, they're at St. Joseph, Indiana next week, 12 o'clock p.m. kickoff. Then they go Seton Hall and Charleston. For Shippensburg. Today at Shepherd here at Gannon. Then September 17th, a matchup with a rival, Clarion. And right now, just Zully's going to have to settle down to come up in those PSEC matchups. This is just a throw off that back foot and a bad call. And look at this move, though. Look at the move by Davis as he bounces outside, stays on his feet, walks into the end zone.
Great blocking, too.
And really, that's one thing I've always really loved to see and watch in Cater's football team is that these defensive men turn so well into offensive linemen.
Absolutely.
And they're not just picks. They turn picks into pick sixes so often down here.
We've been seeing it for years, and that's, when you get the pick, and I think that's the difference between a team that competes and a team that's a championship caliber team is that there are no times to be off. You get a pick six, guys turn around and put a hat on somebody, and let's open up some holes so that whoever got the interception or the fumble recovery can go in the end zone.
The give is to Mayer across the right side, a very speedy, shifty back. He's going to pick up about 4.5. Let's talk a little bit about matchups coming up. Seton Hall, Charleston for Shepherd. These are places where these are teams that usually on the board Shepherd looks a little better than, but when you're playing league and you're playing league rivals, they've seen you before, you can really one slip up and you've lost the ball game.
Well, I mean, they're the champions of the league, so everybody is going to be out to get them. And that means every game on the schedule, you're going to have teams coming out to take their shot at the Shepherd Rams. So you have to play every week. And believe me, you're getting they got a nice test here. Even though the board says 40-13, this was a very competitive game for the first half. And then the second half, it started out with the Fournette fumble, and it changed the scope of things. So they're going to be in dogfights throughout the year. But we know a Coach Cater coach team does well in dogfights, and they'll be okay.
Second down, Zully rolling right. Throws over the middle to the big tight end, Mike Heights. And that's that's his first catch of the day. And I thought that, he might be a guy swinging across that we'd see more.
He's not on the field a lot because of his offense. This offense, multiple sets, spread offense. Tight end is not a big factor usually in those offenses, with the exception of blocking every now and then. So, this is the phase out of the tight end. You see that across the landscape of college football all across the nation.
Mikel made it come up to make the tackle for the Rams. Shotgun formation with Mayer. Mayer keeps it himself. Flags on the play. Looks like holding on the left side. But we've seen Mayer come in. The last time we've seen Mayer come in, we had a reverse to Fournette. Fournette gives it back to the quarterback, Zully. Zully throws the ball in the end zone for a touchdown when the game was made very exciting in the first half.
Yeah, and that was the last really, really big play for the Red Raiders. I mean, they haven't been able to do anything since then. So I know, Coach Majeski's definitely going to get back in the book and see what went wrong. I mean, you got to play sound. They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and we still have an entire third quarter to go. I mean, you think about it. We're only 4:42 in the third quarter. We still have the entire fourth quarter to go.
I want to bring up one point, though. When Shepherd scores are up more than 24 points, it's easy to predict. They've got a .947 winning percentage. So, I mean, really need some magic here for Ship. To get back on the board.
And that tells me that they know how to close out games. They close out games. And
right.
I think that's important. Now, there are some times when they let teams inch back in it. But in this, right now, there's nothing that I see right now that shows that that's going to happen today. Ship looks very confused right now. I mean, there's a lot of uncertainty. You see, some heads are down. I know the coaching staff is really trying to not allow that to happen because there's still a lot of football to play, and you learn from these experiences. Even if you don't come out on top, you learn from the experience for the next game.
The give is to Fournette. Fournette crossing the left side. Russell down. Number 55, making a great play. John Hebner, his name has been called out. Let's talk about September 3rd and at home for Shepherd. Shepherd has played 3 times on September 3rd. Since 1923, since the football started here. And, yes, they're 3-0 on this day. Maybe this is just a magical day.
Maybe it is just a magical day. That means they're very good on season openers. They're very good at the early part of the season, and Coach Cater knows how to get his team ready. And you're seeing that. You're seeing a very good ranked team. I mean, they're showing exactly what they should be showing.
3rd down and 10. Pressure to the left side. Stepping up, holding it himself. Across the middle, picking up some extra yardage and making a nice gain is Zach Zulli. Very athletic. He was a returner just last year for Ship.
And I like this call from Coach Macheski leaving him out there and not pulling him. You want to let him get his confidence back, and he's had a rough third quarter. So let him get his confidence back. He's able to tuck the ball, get upfield, get a first down, and get his confidence back a little bit because you're going to need him throughout the season. You're going to need him down the road. You're going to need him next week.
Zulli under center. Harold the back. Twins to the right, single receiver to the left. The give is to Harold, number 5, picking up maybe a yard. And brought down on the play, number 96, Mike Franklin. Mike Franklin is a sophomore, only a sophomore on that defensive line. He's 6'3". Look how much he weighs, 310 pounds. He is a big boy to block.
Big guy up front. Shep always have those big players up front for the Rams that they're able to get in here, get in the weight room, get these guys nice, big, and strong so they can stop the run up front.
2nd and 9, 2:44, third quarter. Fournette in motion. Twins to the right. Pump fakes. Zulli back to pass and has a wide open receiver who's going to walk in the end zone. Number 87, Trevor Harmon, the redshirt freshman, 6'2", 190 from Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, went to Cumberland Valley High School. Touchdown, and that's going to excite the Red Raider fans.
It was, but I'll tell you, this was another dangerous throw. This was like it was lobbed up there, like a little, and this was close to being, this could have been picked.
Well, the free safety had a chance at it.
Free safety had a chance.
Corey Washington.
There were 2 receivers there, and I think that gave the safety a little bit of a double vision of what to see, and I think that helped determine where the ball was going to go. But I'll tell you, that was a good touchdown, but very, very dangerous.
Newcomer's kick is good. Rams find themselves down 20, 40-20. More football after these messages.
Is your thermostat frozen under 70 degrees every winter? At Sunfire Hearth Patio and Spa, our wood, pellet, or gas stoves will heat your home efficiently while saving you from the winter chill. With hundreds of models to choose from, our professional staff will help you select the stove that's right for you. And our service department can service all your heating needs to keep you warm all season. Now is the time to ask us how to receive up to a $300 tax credit before you find yourself stuck in the cold. Sunfire Hearth Patio and Spa, downtown Martinsburg, or online at sunfirepatio.com.
At McCrae, our family-owned company is celebrating 75 years serving the entire metro area. Take advantage of these hot summer deals from Train and save. It's hard to stop a train. Call McCrae today. Beat the heat and stay cool with McCrae.
The redshirt freshman, number 87, Trevor Harmon, makes it a 20-point game. Newcomer's kick is fielded by number 44, Bernard Wally, the freshman fullback, 220 pounds from Germantown, Maryland, Seneca Valley High School. And Shepherd will have the ball 1st and 10 at about the 30.
And now if you're Ship, you put some points on the board. You got a little bit more confidence back into your quarterback. You see the Ship fans, they were jazzed up earlier in the game, and now, definitely have quieted down a little bit. So now you want to see if you can stop this Shepherd offense, and this is hard. You have a Tommy Addison who what he can do, that's going to be coming right at you. You're going to get a heavy dose of him.
There he is, speaking of the devil, over the right side, no gain. And Shepherd, really one of the first things they've done in the game is I felt like he really opened up some opportunities for Tommy. He does create a lot when he's shifty, but they have opened some holes today, that offensive line.
Yeah, they definitely have a good tackle there by number 89, Mike Smith, the backup defensive end for the Red Raiders is coming in. You definitely want to be fresh here. You got 204, and Shepherd's going to come right at you, and they're going to a no-back set themselves to try to spread out the Red Raiders.
Cooper back to pass. His ball floats just a little bit, very dangerous. He tries to hit Larry Lowe, who scored an early touchdown, who had beautiful hands and beautiful breakaway speed, and he is a big receiver. Cooper had his time he needed.
He definitely had time.
He was watching Lowe the whole way and had him, and he not throwing it too high.
Well, sometimes that's a hard throw because you have to go over the linebackers, but you can't go too far because you'll be right in the free safety's pocket. So you got it. That's a touch pass that has to be delivered with some velocity, but it has to be on the money.
Shotgun formation. Cooper back to pass. Rushes on
Wow,
the screen
beautiful
setup
screen
for
setup.
Addison. And anything can happen when he touches the ball. Crossing the 50-yard line. Tackled by number 9, James Cooper, the defensive back, another redshirt freshman. And it appears really that Coach Macheski is going with some of the kids that, he's responsible for a lot of the recruiting in years past. But they're going with the youth movement.
Yeah, they're going with the youth movement a little bit. You're going to see there are going to be certain guys that'll fit your system that didn't fit the last system. And I mean, you see this at every level where you have a coaching change. You have offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator. You have changes all over the place. And there are going to be guys that fit Rocky Reese's system that really are not fits here. And those guys are going to be the ones that are not necessarily going to get a lot of playing time. And you're going to see some of these other guys, younger guys, that may fit the system a little better.
The give was to Mike Haynes up the middle. Picked up 9 yards. Bringing up a 2nd down and 1 ball on the 41-yard line. Time ticking away here in the second half for the Raiders, excuse me.
They're definitely ticking down, and again, Shepherd, they're in a good situation. They can do whatever they want right now. They're not hamstrung at all. They can play ball control, or they can do some quick strike as well, and here they are. They're coming right at you right now.
And that's just power running. Number 39 again on the carry, Mike Haynes up the middle. And then when they bring in the big fullback, Whalen makes a lot of nice blocks, opens up holes for his backs for Addison and Haynes today.
Absolutely. I mean, and that's when you can play power football. Shepherd has a plethora of sets. They can come at you in many different ways. This time they're in power football mode. Fullback, tailback, tight end, we're coming right at you. Now they're coming out one back. And the thing is, they can run power out of this. 2 tight ends and 1 back, they can do the exact same thing.
Double tight. Single back, Haynes is the give. Picking up, rumbling, stumbling for 2. McIntyre and the fellas leading the way. And that's going to be it for the third quarter here at Ram Stadium at the Great Valley Classic. Shepherd 40, Ship 20, and just a 20-point game. You'd never thought that this was going to happen when the indication in the first half. We'll be back with more second half of our fourth quarter football after these messages.
contact your local Geico office to see how much you could save on car insurance.
At McRae, our family-owned company is celebrating 75 years serving the entire metro area. Take advantage of these hot summer deals from Train and save. It's hard to stop a train. Call McRae today. Beat the heat and stay cool with McRae.
Second down and 8, ball on the 24, fresh 15, fourth quarter, last quarter of the action here today from Shepherd Stadium, or Ram Stadium. Cooper under center. The give is to Addison. And a great stop at a great time by number 99, Jack Metz, the sophomore, 6'7", 241. We call sophomore redshirt freshman. We've been calling that all day. There's a lot here in the house for Ship.
Man, that's a big sophomore.
And that is a big young man right there.
Dude, I mean, the guy's 6'7", man. He's tree-topping, and he's a monster up there.
He's a giant sequoia. That's what he is.
I mean, you're talking about a sophomore. I mean, I would love to see what he's going to look like as a senior. You know what I mean? How is he going to look as a senior? Is he going to get too big? They're going to have to move him down in the tackle, or you keep him outside it in.
Shotgun formation. Up the middle. The give is number 80, the pass and catch and run after the catch. Yes, number 80 for Shepherd. William McKenzie, the redshirt freshman receiver, 5'9", 165 from Upper Marlboro, Frederick Douglass High School.
That's
his
a
first
beautiful
catch.
play. That's a receiver screen coming back into the teeth of the defense, and it's just well blocked, well executed by Shepherd. Again, showing their ability to just do so many different things on offense. And it just keeps defenses guessing.
Mike Good caught him made the tackle for the Raiders. Cooper under center. Whalen and Addison, the eye. Addison over the right side, going to walk in. Touchdown, Tommy, one more time.
I don't even think the
Wow.
Ship defense saw him. He was hiding behind those big uglies up front, and I don't even think you saw Addison, and he pops out the end into the end zone for a touchdown.
He just knows how to run,
Yeah, look
squares
at
his
him, look at him.
shoulders, quick feet.
He's behind the big guys.
You can't see
The
him.
only one I think saw him was number 99, Jake Mentz was the only one that seemed to see him from that backside. Everybody else was blocked. Good hat on the hat blocking from the Rams offensive line, and they're able to just get touchdown Tommy right in the end zone. And now it's 46. Get ready to be, hopefully for Shepherd, for them. They want it to be 47, and it's not. It stays at 46.
DeBrat's kick is no good. That's the third point after, no good, and that's something that might need to be looked at. DeBrat's has been automatic. More football to come after these messages.
Many words describe the Ship experience.
My internship with Noah was amazing. I learned a lot, but found that I was well prepared for the job thanks to my classes in the Geography Earth Science department.
Ship, it's like my second home. Through all the activities and organizations, I've met many different people in diverse situations and made great friends.
My semester in Spain made me a more confident and independent person. It made me step out of my comfort zone and step up into leadership.
Begin your own Ship story. Visit us online at ship.edu.
Football season is here, and Parsons Kia is kicking a winning field goal with these three great vehicles. The Kia Sportage gets 29 miles per gallon and is more fun to drive than other crossovers. The Sedona is fast becoming a leader in the minivan market. Ample power, nimble handling, and generous cargo storage makes it a must-see. And then there's the Sorrento. It's no longer just a good value, it's now an excellent pick in the SUV market. Kia, the power to surprise. All Kias come with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Parsons Kia, Winchester.
At McRae, our family-owned company is celebrating 75 years serving the entire metro area. Take advantage of these hot summer deals from Train and save. It's hard to stop a train. Call McRae today. Beat the heat and stay cool with McRae.
That's a shot of the Shippensburg Red Raider bench, and things change so fast here in the second half. If you're just tuning in with this, Todd McCall, Jerome Presley, and Invica Sports teaming up with WJAL to bring you Division II football here out of West Virginia. And really, things just opened up so much and changed so much in the second half.
Right.
I really felt the Red Raiders were in this ball game to the end, and just.
Oh,
but right now you just saw a hit that's just unbelievable. Number 44 coming up to make the tackle was for the Rams was Bernard Wally, and he put a wallop on number 2.
He's not here.
He's Brian Barley.
He's somewhere else right now.
The speedy receiver who has just been a great receiver.
This is a nasty hit right here. And this is one of the things that I think the NFL wanted to change, and this is just a head-on-head collision, top speed. He's not here right now. I mean, he's somewhere else in Disney World. But you saw Cody Fleming on the bench. He's the starting middle linebacker for Shippensburg Red Raiders. His leg is up and he's on ice. But again, here we go. We see this hit again, and woo, do.
Man.
And I'm out. That was a hard hit. And, hopefully he's okay. That young man's okay, and he can play again. But they definitely want to check him out. And he has trainers looking at him right now, which is a good thing.
Coming up to make a wonderful play was Robert Hayes. He will get the sack with the assist, going to his buddy number 55 for Shepherd, and that is, we've called his name John Hebner all day long. Coach Macheski's got some work to do now. Things opened up, and they just seem a little deflated now. And if you just tuned in with us, the score was no indication in the first half of what we thought this game would be. Shepherd 46, Ship 20.
It's the tale of two halves, basically. I mean, this was a very competitive game in the first half, hard hitting from the beginning, and then everything, oh, wow, another hit on the quarterback. I mean, just a blitz off the edge. That was number 3 for Shepherd. Dominic Dixon comes off the edge and puts it on Zuli. And Zuli didn't even see it.
I tell you what, he was there almost before the snap. There he is coming in your top of your screen, and just beautiful coverage by the cameraman.
Yeah, that could have been a lot worse than what it was. And you're seeing just hitting going on both sides. I mean, guys are really just going at it on both sides. I mean, you have to say Ship's been hitting hard too. Just solid football that we've seen so far.
Zuli back to pass under lots of pressure. Flags are down. It's going to be holding. Coming up to make a beautiful sack. Beautiful play for the Rams. Number 7, Howard Jones.
Yeah, it's interesting because you saw the Red Raiders. They just seemed to be so much more together early in the game, and they just unraveled so fast.
And I'd like to take it back that's going to obviously be holding on the Rams' offensive line. I want to go back to, I think, the play that made a difference in the second half. We're going to take another look at the sack. And the penetration now that Shepherd's getting is just unbelievable. I think they've wore down that offensive line on the defense side. Punting opportunity for Ship, 4th down, 28, ball spotted on the 12. But I think the big play of that start the second half was Fournette's fumble. He really picked up momentum, going over, looked like a nice drive, it sustained a nice drive, and he fumbles the ball. Shepherd takes it. When you give Shepherd turnovers, they are plus on the turnovers today.
I totally agree with you. That was the momentum killer, and this is a punt. This is the punt I think that Coach Macheski wanted. A beautiful punt, and now you got to get that contain on the outside, though, and there is no contain at all. We have a flag.
Keon Robinson getting the ball across the 49-yard line, maybe the 50-yard line. Flags are down on the play, and I think this is going to go against Shippensburg. You just take a look at that. Finally,
punt,
Schmidt
though.
really gets
Smith
a hold
gets
of one.
A hold of that one.
Moving, backpedaling is Robinson. Robinson's very, very hard, very shifty on the feet. Missed tackle there that you're going to have to look at on film. But right here, I think in our screen, I don't think we'll get it, but there was a late penalty here.
Yeah, it's good Shepherd, so
that's
it
actually
going to
march
him back.
12 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. 6 straight victories for Shepherd, and really the intention today looks like it's going to be 7. But 28-18, the Rams hold the actual matchup, the head-to-head matchup in this Great Valley Classic. And
I think the Red Raiders have
the Red Raiders,
excuse
me, 28-18, they hold the overall
they hold
matchup.
The edge, but Shepherd is getting ready to take that edge. A couple of years of this will change. But I mean, I'll tell you, if I'm the coach of Shippensburg and the program of Shippensburg, I would never take this game off the schedule.
No.
Regardless what the score is, you start a schedule like this against the Rams, it bodes well for you in your division. I mean, you may not win your division, you may not, win everything, but I'll tell you what, having a Shepherd on your schedule only makes you better. That's the only way it will do for you. It'll only make you better.
Trey Tinsman, the backup quarterback, is going to give Bobby Cooper the rest of the day off. I thought Bobby Cooper had just an absolutely fine game today for the Rams here today. The red shirt freshman, 6'4", 200 pounds, is in the ball game. His give is to number 39, Mike Haynes. And Mike Haynes is really a pickup, maybe got back to the line of scrimmage.
And that was Mark Smith, the defensive tackle on the play for Shippensburg, who makes the tackle. And, if you're Shepherd, you can do one of two things. I mean, you can get into ball control, which you can do, and just run out the clock. Or not run out the clock, but you want to, just run the ball. And that'll chew clock. Or you can open it up and make it a really, blow it out or try to. And I don't know. I think you definitely want to still practice what you're doing. You got to learn for the next game. So you don't just want to lie down with 11 minutes left and not play football. So, you're in an interesting situation. And as you can see, they're in a, shotgun look. They're still going to play football.
Maybe too much time here. Just to play before this, we saw Coach Ernie McCook and Coach Cater actually just discussing things. And Coach Cater took his headset off and probably talking about what he wants to see. But if anything, you're calling on your offensive line to open holes, put up another first down, put up a couple back-to-back first downs, clock chew as best you can, get this thing under 10, give the ball back. If you give the ball back to Ship, they're under 10, under 8, and, for all intents and purposes, you're taking the 7th straight consecutive victory home with you here today.
It's brilliant football, Division II football at its best.
Shotgun formation, Tinsman back to pass, 3rd down and 8. His pass is going to be good. He hooks up with Mr. Justin Ford, a sophomore receiver, 5'9", 170 from Louisburg, Maryland.
And then you may start seeing Shepherd start to bring in some young guys into the game. If this keeps pace the way it's going right now. And that's the one thing we always saw. We saw the young guys starting to get that experience. And these are the young guys. Some of these guys are the young guys we saw from years ago that got in the game and got some experience. And that experience is always valuable. And look at them now. They're budding superstars.
That's Kenny Williams with the carry, a sophomore on the right side. Clock's going to tick under 10 here. Tinsman getting an early opportunity. And there's a couple of Shepherd Rams discussing a good day of football here with many more to come.
Many more to come. Good way to start a season for both schools. I mean, I think just even though if you're Ship, you're down, good way to start a season. You're playing against Shepherd. You play against a tough team. You learn a lot. If you're Shepherd, definitely a good way to start. You want to get a win. You're ranked in the nation again, and you have an opportunity to start your season off on the right foot.
That was Mike Jones and Howard Johnson on that last shot. Give is the number 36, the sophomore, Kenny Williams, on the right side. He's from Eastern Illinois. Now, like you said, we talked about some players from California, some players from Illinois. I mean, you had a host of Pennsylvania, Maryland, and West Virginia players on both of these teams. That's why they call it the Great Valley. It's a great trip to make for if you're Ship. That's why you say keep them on the schedule. Shepherd will go back to Ship next year, and it's a great matchup to start the season. And it's not what we call cupcake matchup.
No, it's definitely not. Even if you're Shepherd winning 7 straight, it still is a good matchup. For one half, man, you were going blow for blow in a big heavyweight fight, and then in Shippensburg, mistakes I think is what really hurt the Red Raiders. Just costly mistakes from fumbles to penalties to interceptions, and they all happened in such a short period of time. That was the disaster third quarter. That was a disaster third quarter for the Red Raiders. That took a game that was really close, very competitive, to being out of control.
Well, Justin Ford jumps off sides, a sophomore receiver, for the Rams, getting an opportunity here in the fourth quarter to play. Flag down, 3rd down and 11, ball on the 49-yard line for the Rams, 8:35 to play, and just like that, they know how to do it really well here, and that's run and chew clock, especially with the lead. They are closers.
Well, you see Shippensburg's fans, they're very quiet now, and they're going deep. There's a deep
Tinsman
ball.
going deep.
Touchdown.
And touchdown. He might have just jumped off sides the last play. You know why he's so excited? Because he wanted to do that. He takes it in the end zone, number 16, Justin Ford. Forget about the penalty. They put 52 points up. My gosh, they just opened things up here in the second half.
Now,
I mean to tell you.
I got to ask you a question, Todd. How many players have we seen over the years from Shepherd that has that kind of speed? They have that speed all over the place.
I got to give it hands down recruiting-wise here. They have special kids. They have lightning-fast kids. It's hard to describe what we've seen in the receivers.
And he's a backup.
And he's a backup. And we're talking 2-3 down on the chart here. DeBrat's kick is up and good. He wants to make this one good. That's 53 they put on the board here in 4 quarters. We'll be back after these messages.
Mayu Chevrolet, excellence is not determined by the bottom line. A happy customer is our badge of honor, and we're on a roll. Come and see why Mayu Chevrolet has won the General Motors Mark of Excellence Award 6 years in a row. How? Absolute customer satisfaction. We are so serious about it that our owner will personally take care of you to ensure you walk out smiling.
You can be sure you'll always get your way at Mayu Chevrolet.
At McCrae, our family-owned company is celebrating 75 years serving the entire metro area. Take advantage of these hot summer deals from Train and save. It's hard to stop a train. Call McCrae today. Beat the heat and stay cool with McCrae.
Tinsman just hooked up with his receiver. Quick, elusive, fast Justin Ford, a sophomore, 5'9", 170 from Lusby, Maryland. And man, the game opened up. Fournette fumbles it, picks it back up. Cross the 20-yard line, still on his feet, cross the 30-yard line, putting his head down, running very hard. That's one thing that young man has not done. He has not quit. This guy continues to go. Let's talk positives. First for Ship, positive first half. Saw a lot of good things. I thought they had a lot of intensity. They brought a good crowd today. What have you seen out of the Rams, positive side?
Well, I think the positive,
or excuse me, out of the Raiders.
The Raiders, I think the complexity that the offense can show a defense, I think is there. I think you're still seeing a work in progress from the quarterback Zuli, but I think he did some good things. I really like the defense against the run, at least for most of the game. The defense against the run did a really good job. So I think they have some things to build on that'll serve them well in the PSAC.
Rashawn McCain, we highlighted him earlier, picks up about 4 across the right side. That's his 3rd carry of the day. Taking a look on the other side of the field, could you possibly say the way the offense has clicked here in the second half, they almost look like they're in midseason form?
Shepherd definitely, I think, I think they do. I think they have a lot of veterans on that team that were around for years, that were able to learn, study, and get some playing time early in their careers. So I think that's why they're able to pump out guys that you'll see the next year, and they do the same thing that the previous generation of guys did earlier. So I think, again, Coach Cater does a very good job of getting his teams ready. I mean, in the offseason, they're very strong. These guys are at the point of attack. Offensive and defensive lines are strong. Linebackers are strong. They're in the weight room. You can tell. You can tell that they get speed on the field. So they're able to do a lot of things, and it makes them such a good team. Think about it. The Shepherd Rams, they have 12 WVIAC titles.
Yeah,
or 11 titles in the last 20 years. So this is a championship team.
Well, you talked about strength that last play before this misconnection. DeAndre Johnson come up in and made a wonderful, wonderful play on McCain. Really picked him up and put him down on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a redshirt freshman linebacker in the game now at this particular time.
Right.
Schmidt set to punt from his own 38.
Let's see if he can get a boomer in there again.
Keon Robinson back to receive. One thing here, Schmidt did step up when he needed to, stepped up in that last punt. Let's see if he can get another booming kick like he had here just a second ago.
That's another good punt.
Keeping it away. Robinson's going to have an opportunity.
Good bounce.
Oh, he picked it up on the bounce, and that's a dangerous thing
Bad
to do.
idea.
And that's going to give Fournette a ball. And look who just came up with that fumble recovery. None other than number 24. Can you talk about a kid who needs some recognition for probably does he? I think he has some preseason All-American candidate on him. The kid is really good.
I can't say I know about that, but what I will say is this.
He deserves some accolades.
He's a football player.
He really is.
He's tough. He knows how to play the game. He does what he needs to do to make his team as best as it can be, and I think he should have a very good season. I think the biggest thing I'm concerned about is he's taking a lot of shots today, a whole lot of shots today.
I'm going to go out and give the McCall Fighting Irish Awards. Well, I don't know why I call him the Fighting Irish, but I want to give Mike Fournette an award today. This guy is an Iron Man. He's done everything. Mike, you deserve a nice pat on the back from your teammates as well.
Touchdown.
And that's a touchdown hookup. That's his second of the game. That is Zuli, who looks like is going to be one of his favorite receivers, number 87. This young man, a redshirt freshman, has hooked up for his second one of the day. And I tell you what, you look at the replay, and Harmon has his second touchdown, 6'2", 190. He's a very young kid, Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, Cumberland Valley, plays the same place that Mike Fournette played. And that is going to be called for year out on here in the Red Raider football program.
Yeah,
Zuli to This guy Harmon.
Yeah, Zoli to Harmon. I think they have a nice little connection there, and good connection. You kind of score again. Again, you're starting to build for the next game now. I mean, I think this game may be out of reach, but you're building for the next game.
6:49 to play. Stay tuned.
Is your thermostat frozen under 70 degrees every winter? At Sunfire Hearth Patio and Spa, our wood, pellet, or gas stoves will heat your home efficiently while saving you from the winter chill. With hundreds of models to choose from, our professional staff will help you select the stove that's right for you. And our service department can service all your heating needs to keep you warm all season. Now is the time to ask us how to receive up to a $300 tax credit before you find yourself stuck in the cold. Sunfire Hearth Patio and Spa, downtown Martinsburg, or online at sunfirepatio.com.
At McCrae, our family-owned company is celebrating 75 years serving the entire metro area. Take advantage of these hot summer deals from Train and save. It's hard to stop a train. Call McCrae today. Beat the heat and stay cool with McCrae.
Schmidt's kick after the touchdown will not be returned. The ball will be spotted on the 20-yard line for Shepherd. Shepherd's put 49 points up on the board the second half. It's unbelievable surge of points there. You see the Ram football helmet. They really did a special job here in the second half. But 14 points to put up on the board, and the way the intentions looked early on, it looked like we were going to have a wonderful, wonderful matchup. But you got to give credit for the Red Raiders. They have not given up. 2 touchdowns for Harmon today. This redshirt freshman shows a lot of promise. He's quick, he's elusive, and he runs good routes.
Well, it looks like Shepherd's going to go to their second quarterback. That's Trey Tinsman will supplant Cooper, who gets a well-deserved rest. I thought Cooper has done just an outstanding job replacing Kevin Clancy from last year.
Yeah.
Shepherd's quarterback last year, who just led this team to another WVIAC championship. And now you have another quarterback in Cooper who just comes out and has a brilliant game again to start the season off. So, again, just that ability for Shepherd to just pump out talent year after year.
Right. Well, and Tinsman just played the last series. Tinsman has a touchdown hookup already in this early year. And that's good.
Great experience.
When you get in a game and you get an opportunity to get your backup time, and crucial time, good time, he's got a lot of minutes here today already. This is his second opportunity behind center. All you're doing is providing that depth that you need on that bench. And you talked about earlier, you said the quickness in the receiving core and the here at Shepherd that we've seen year after year after year, and I think this is our 4th year of coverage, maybe our 3rd year of coverage down here. And I just got to give a game ball to the recruiting style down here in Shepherd. But, you said earlier, Jerome, in our pregame, you said kids want to play here. There's good reason they want to play here. They're playing under fine leadership in Monty Cater. This guy has done wonderful things in the 24 seasons he's been here, a wonderful man to talk to. And I'm going to tell you, if you were looking back to go to a college, a lot of kids think Division I, Division I, Division I. There's something very super about the Division II level.
Yes.
You're playing at a high level. You're playing players who were maybe slightly missed by the Division I level, and you get good football, places that seat 4,000 or 5,000 and pack them every Saturday. And I'm telling you, coming into this stadium, you can look. This place is a beautiful place to play. It's nestled in the mountains. It's down here in West Virginia, and I got to give it to the Shepherd University. All the years of what we've been treated down here, it's just a wonderful place to play football. And on the other hand, you have the experience of playing at Shippensburg University, a fine place. Seth Grove Stadium is where they play, and you've had some big matchups in your life there too.
Yeah, I mean, both places really have a good football following, and you can go some Division II programs, you can get 10,000 at a game. So you're still getting a very high quality of football that you're playing, great matchups. You have guys that have transferred from Division I programs that did get a look, maybe not have gotten a playing time. Maybe there was a coaching change, and then they transfer into a Division II program. So you have top athletes from top to bottom, It's good football. It's quality football. You recognize this game is being televised. With the partnership between Invica and WJAL. You're getting the recognition and the notoriety, and some guys are actually getting an opportunity to play the NFL as well.
That's right. Can I just talk about a second who just got the carry? That was a redshirt freshman, Kevin Williams. Can I call him full speed ahead Williams? Because my goodness, you see how he busts through that hole. And that's a redshirt freshman now.
Yep.
The give is the number 36 on the left side. That's Kenny Williams.
That's just strength right there. He just muscled his way right to the edge.
I tell you what, they've got two fine backs in Williams and Williams. Williams squared is what they can call them in the future. 36 and 31, two really special backs. That's another thing. They've always got some good backs here. A special place. We talked about that. And they show why that they are really, I think, in contention for another WVIAC title. Not to jinx anything that's going to happen down here at Shepherd, but they are definitely going to be the team to beat in this league. And there's good reason to believe that they are probably 13th coming in here in Division II. And if they could play into deep December, who knows what can happen again.
Absolutely, yeah. You don't know what's going to happen with this team. It'll be interesting to see what they're able to do in the WVIAC. Remember, they're going to have a target on their back, though. It's going to be, teams are going to take shots at them, and they want to get them and knock them off. And I think that's what they're going to have to deal with week in and week out.
Let's talk about if we're giving game balls out today. I got to go right away, and I got to say, Jerome, I am so impressed with what I've seen on this offensive line up front. And these big hogs up front. These big guys, first of all, the quarterbacks ought to feed them tonight. You got to go get them some pizzas, get them about 20 pizzas, get them 100, 150 wings, and feed these big boys. You call them the big, 20 per piece maybe. You call them the big uglies. And look, today they're very handsome. I'm going to give them a game ball because they have opened holes all day long. They gave Cooper time today to do what he does well, and that's find the receiver who runs a great route, puts the ball on the money. So can I give a game ball to that offensive line up front to the big boys? And I'm not calling them big ugly. I'm calling them handsome. I'm calling them slick today.
Absolutely. You can definitely give them a game ball. They have done an exceptional job, which is consistent with Shepherd, is their ability to have offensive linemen that one of the things that I like that I see from the offensive line is when they get on a defender, they stay on that defender.
Right.
And that's what you want. You want an offensive lineman that can not just make the initial impact, but actually be able to stay glued on those defenders to open up holes. And early in the first half, I have to tell you, Shippensburg defensive front was winning some battles.
Right, yeah, up
they
in the
definitely
trenches.
were.
Yeah,
they were
I
winning
agree.
battles in the trenches, and they were playing really, really tough, led by big number 99 Jake Mentz. I mean, he had a monster game from that defensive end position, but Shepherd does what it's able to do. It grinds you down as the game goes on, and then they bring in backups that can do this.
I'll tell you what, they're still hitting both sides. Hats off to you, Red Raiders. These guys have not given up. They have played hard, and that's indication of Coach Macheski's team. You know, this is a fine gentleman. I tell you what, anytime I've ever talked with him, I think the enthusiasm that he brings, he's doing some different things in the Red Raider program. He's meeting with the kids on Thursday nights of Shippensburg. If you ever get an opportunity to go out and meet him, he's meeting in one of the local pubs. You get time to talk with him. I like that.
Yeah.
That campus feel when you were a kid going in and getting to talk to the football coach, whether you play football or not. If you're a football fan, you get to talk to the head coach, go in and chat about the game, what's going to be done.
Community.
It's part of the community, and that's what he does well. And you probably could say that he played nose guard here. You played. You know how he played. How did he play as nose guard?
Well, I'll tell you what, he was Coach Majeski was an all-American nose guard. One of the things I remember from him was he was one of those nose tackles that got sacks. Like he was in the backfield disrupting. He had a lot of defensive offsides penalties because he always likes to time the snap.
Is that the secret?
Oh, man, he used to time the snap perfectly many times, but he would get drawn off sometimes. But he was an exceptional defensive lineman that was very hard to block, very disruptive, that made our job in the secondary a lot easier when you knew you had that going on for you up front.
Kevin Williams on the carry, and I say Williams squared. Kevin, full blast up the middle, full go Williams. I really like this back. I like his size. He's a big, strong back, this Kevin Williams. Redshirt freshman running back. He's 5'8", but he goes 224.
Mm-hmm. And that means he's put together, a little stocky. And look, we're already down to a minute left in the game, and it just seems like Shepherd had the ball for the past 20 minutes.
It really does. They put 49 points up in the second half. Williams is the give, coming up to make the tackle. None other than number 99. You called him all day long, Jake Metz. Jake, you get a game ball too, son. You played really hard today, and I tell you what, and I think the indication with some of this youth and some of the people mixed in here, high hopes, high positive things we can say about the Red Raiders defense and offense. I think if they settle down, you mentioned it, Zulli sets down, making sure he's not throwing off his back foot on some of them, making some better reads there in the second half. It's a different ball game. But more importantly, I think they've got places. There's Nikolai Norell getting a hug, just giving some props up, to his young receiving core. That's a talented receiving core.
Definitely a talented receiving core, and it's what it is. And there you go, the defense, cranking up, and there's Mentz again. I think you talk about All-American potential. Jake Mentz, this guy is a beast. I mean, he is so hard to block, and again, he's that range. He's strong. If he can stay healthy this season, I mean, you're talking about an excellent player for them.
That was Saeed Kutib as well on the tape. We've got 10 seconds to play. 53-27 in the Great Valley Classic. Yes, it's football time, and it's unbelievable. I love this time of year, especially for the sports fan. You've got college football. NFL will be starting in another couple weeks, and then you get playoff baseball. Now, I know you don't watch a whole lot of baseball, but this is one of the most beautiful times. You can turn the air conditioner off, open the windows, but when you come out to hear football on Friday nights, high school football, then Saturday, right in your backyard, you got great Division II football, hearing that band and the cymbals. And today, I can tell you what, you were extra hyped, Jerome, about this one.
Yeah, I always get hyped, especially the beginning of football season. Anyone that's a player, former player, you can smell it. You smell football, you know what it is, and you get hyped like it's Christmas. And this is a big weekend for me, man, because I enjoy the college scene and coming down here, having the privilege to come down here to Shepherd University and see them open their season and help and call their game today.
Right.
Is always a blessing when you have them playing against my former alma mater. Two great programs, two good programs, but it's always great to come down here to see the Shepherd team and see. Remember, we talked about some of these players we've seen for the past 3 years,
right,
and we've seen them mature and grow up, and now they're potential stars. So it's great to see that from both teams, and I look forward to it.
49 points put up on the board in the second half, 80 total points by both of these teams. I never really expected this type of difference in the score. But to be honest with you, things just sort of kind of unraveled for Shippensburg today. Jerome, kind of recap what you thought you saw here, really, from them in the second half.
Well, what I saw was mistakes. I mean, mistakes, early in the second half, which killed any momentum you had, because they had so much momentum going into the second half. And you could see where a mistake can take you from being down 1 to being down 21 in no time. And I think that's exactly what happened. Mistakes, and before you know it, it was such an explosive second half for Shepherd. They came out, capitalized on those mistakes the Ship made, and ended up, when you look up at the clock, and you're like 53-27, you see that, and you're thinking it's a blowout. Well, for a half, it was.
Right.
But the first half, it was definitely a closer contest and mistakes, and that's what you're going to get from a young team in the first game of the year. So sometimes you'll get that, and now Ship has a lot to go on, though. I think Coach Macheski has a lot to go with,
yes,
and a lot to look at for their next week game to put together a plan to be able to minimize those mistakes. You got to look at your injuries. I know that we saw Fleming, the middle linebacker, was on ice. So, hopefully you didn't lose any, key guys that will be a detriment going into the season.
And on the other side of the board, you can just look at some highlights on. I mean, Tommy Addison did things that we expected, but I was more impressed by the quarterback play today out of Cooper. I mean, Cooper threw good balls, put him on the money. There he teams up with Nikolai Norell. But then, coming right back at you to tie it up at 7, there's Marley going down the sideline, and 7-7, 14-13 in the first half.
Mm-hmm.
But then give it, how he does it. Touchdown Tommy finds the end zone. He's hard to see. You mentioned in a couple of plays when you look at your screen here, fast receivers, quick, both sides really. I saw a really nice play right there on a reverse from Frenetti back to Zulli. Zulli connects in the end zone, and that made it 14-13. But right there, low, shows us what type of receivers they have here at Shepherd. And we talked about it during the game. These guys are very special down here.
Yeah, speed, and more speed. And they recruit speed. They get speed here. And you see it everywhere, from the secondary to the linebackers to the defensive backs.
And this was one of the best balls I thought all day long that Cooper threw. And Cooper comes in, and I thought that by the second half, once he and the offense got clicking, they were moving. But then on the other side of the ball, Zulli needed to settle down a little bit.
Right.
And just what they always do, there's Elijah Davis making a great move, stepping outside. And I say, cross the end zone, go kiss the wall. I love that wall down there, and that's a great place to score. But we have seen today early on from Shepherd, you saw the opportunity for them to let other teams in the ball game right away, but then, boom, when they open it up and they get ball control and they get Tommy going, and the play calling, the mix by Ernie McCook, he does such a great job between the play and pass, and it really just, that run, because they established the run, that really does set up that passing game.
Yeah, I mean, but they're one of the few teams that I've seen that really can do either one very well. So, say if you shut down one, you shut down the Shepherd running game, which is almost impossible to do, but say you do, they are able to throw very well. And I've seen them throw their way out of games and win games by throwing the ball. And we've seen them do it by running the ball. So they have what's called that balance that you need. You need that balance. And teams that have balance are very hard to keep contained for an entire game. That's difficult to do because they can get you in so many ways.
One thing about college football is you don't get much to think about this. You come in, you take the bus home, you lay off Sunday, you come back at it Monday, you look at game film. By Thursday, you're in just shoulder pads and shorts, gearing up in the next couple days. Really, you don't have a lot of time to think about it. You got to come back and PSAC starts.
Yeah, this game will be officially history probably by Monday night, because then you're starting to get ready for the next game. I mean, you got to look at film. You got to see where the mistakes were made. But then you got the new game plan for the next week. So, you got to put this loss behind you, and you got to get ready for the season. The Ship has learned a lot going in to the next game, so it should serve them well into their next game.
You're watching Division II football on Invica Sports, WJAL. We have some more matchups. Stay tuned for more postgame after these messages.
At Mayu Chevrolet, excellence is not determined by the bottom line. A happy customer is our badge of honor, and we're on a roll. Come and see why Mayu Chevrolet has won the General Motors Mark of Excellence Award 6 years in a row. How? Absolute customer satisfaction. We are so serious about it that our owner will personally take care of you to ensure you walk out smiling.
You can be sure you'll always get your way at Mayu Chevrolet.
So you're looking to buy a new car, and you start to ask yourself the important questions. Who, what, where, why? You might be thinking, aren't all dealers the same? And that's where you'd be interested in knowing that Apple Valley Chevy Toyota has been your reputable hometown dealer for over 50 years. With great service, great selection, and great value, giving you the best car buying experience has always been our commitment to you. Plus, our certified automotive technicians get your vehicle serviced right the first time, every time. For all those reasons and more, see why Apple Valley Chevy Toyota is different from the rest.
Football season is here, and Parsons Kia is kicking a winning field goal with these three great vehicles. The Kia Sportage gets 29 miles per gallon and is more fun to drive than other crossovers. The Sedona is fast becoming a leader in the minivan market. Ample power, nimble handling, and generous cargo storage makes it a must-see. And then there's the Sorrento. It's no longer just a good value, it's now an excellent pick in the SUV market. Kia, the power to surprise. All Kias come with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Parsons Kia, Winchester.
Is your thermostat frozen under 70 degrees every winter? At Sunfire Hearth Patio and Spa, our wood, pellet, or gas stoves will heat your home efficiently while saving you from the winter chill. With hundreds of models to choose from, our professional staff will help you select the stove that's right for you. And our service department can service all your heating needs to keep you warm all season. Now is the time to ask us how to receive up to a $300 tax credit before you find yourself stuck in the cold. Sunfire Hearth Patio and Spa, downtown Martinsburg, or online at sunfirepatio.com.
Many words describe the Ship experience.
My internship with Noah was amazing. I learned a lot, but found that I was well prepared for the job thanks to my classes in the Geography Earth Science department.
Ship, it's like my second home. Through all the activities and organizations, I've met many different people in diverse situations and made great friends.
My semester in Spain made me a more confident and independent person. It made me step out of my comfort zone and step up into leadership.
Begin your own ship story. Visit us online at ship.edu.
Contact your local Geico office to see how much you could save on car insurance.
At McRae, our family-owned company is celebrating 75 years serving the entire metro area. Take advantage of these hot summer deals from Train and save. It's hard to stop a train. Call McRae today. Beat the heat and stay cool with McRae.
53-27. The Great Valley Classic is in the books. That's 7 consecutive for Shepherd. I'm Todd McCall, Jerome Presley on behalf of the crew. Cameraman, we thank you. More matchups to come next week, or 2 weeks from now, September the 17th. Come right back here, Shepherd versus Seton Hill. Jerome, it was a great day of football.
Definitely a great day of football.
You look at some of just the highlights today. Football has started. Shepherd University, Ram Stadium. More football to come in the future. Stay tuned to continue to tune in with us here at Invica Sports and WJAL. 53-27, Shepherd is victorious.